This is part 2. This is Group D, E, and F. This is going to be carnage, and I have got some hot takes in here as well. Let's just jump straight into it. Right, Group D, France, Poland, Netherlands, Austria. This is a good group. This is a very good group, as we have two giants here in France and the Netherlands, and one of the best dark horses in Austria. Can we just say Poland will finish fourth? Like, I'm not even willing to discuss that. Like, Poland are fourth, right? I think they get 0 points, personally. And even though their form's been pretty good, I mean, they beat Ukraine the other day, right? And in recent games, it hasn't been bad. They made it through against Wales to the Euros on penalties. And I don't think they're a bad team. I mean, they've still got a friendly against Turkey coming up. That will be really telling. But again, they're a team that every single time at the big stage, they've crumbled it. World Cup 2018, they had a pretty easy group then, right? They didn't make it through. Actually, in fact, they finished bottom, I believe, right? At the last Euros, they had Sweden and Slovakia in the group. Didn't do anything, right? And they've got Lewandowski, but Lewandowski's getting on. He's not going to drag you through this anymore. And I just don't think that the team is that great overall. I think they're finishing fourth, especially in this group. Like, this group is very packed. France will top this group. Anything needs to be said? No. We can move on. Austria, Netherlands. That is something that I've been going back and forth on. But I have decided to produce another hot take. I believe that Austria will finish second and Netherlands third. And even despite the fact that Netherlands thrashed Canada 4-0 yesterday in a pretty convincing victory, I think Austria will finish above. The Dutch are so... I don't know what to say about this Dutch team because they could either be incredible or terrible. Ronald Koeman as manager, don't trust him. I don't think he's very good. But I think the team is incredible. Van Dijk, De Ligt, Frimpong, De Jong, Depay, Gakpo, Xavi Simons. This team is stacked with quality. So why is it not going to go right? I'm going to dissect this because I think the goals. I don't think Memphis Depay or Cody Gakpo, I don't think these guys are goal scorers to drag this team through. Who's going to score the goals? The back line is very solid though. On paper, it's very good, but I don't think the coaching's there. That's my main issue here, the manager. And Ralf Rangnick is the manager of Austria, and he has them playing ball. I mean, these Austrian guys, I mentioned it in the Dark Horse video, I talked about them. They thrashed Turkey 6-1. They beat Germany. They beat Serbia now. Like, these guys are ready. And no one is talking about them because they haven't got a star player. But they're playing very, very well. The Dutch have lots of star players, but I don't know why it never seems to get them anywhere. I mean, at the last World Cup, they did give Argentina a good run, went out on penalties. But at the last Euros, they went out to the Czech Republic. They went out to us, bro. So I don't know what to expect from the Dutch. They could go all the way semi-finals here, or they could finish third in the group as I've predicted. I've got them to finish third. They could really prove me wrong. This could go down as a bad take, but I'm gone with it now. Group E, Ukraine, Romania, Slovakia, Belgium. This is going to be a good group as well because Belgium are not what they used to be. They are not that star team that they used to be. But they have quality. Kevin De Bruyne is just a pearl of a player. He is majestic. Romelu Lukaku always turns up for country. Like, every single time. He did it the other day against Luxembourg. He scored a brace. Leandro Trossard is there. Johan Bakayoko, Jeremy Doku. My issue with this team is that back line. Wout Faes, Axel Witsel, Castagna, Mounier. It's not great. And I think Amadou Onana is good though in defence midfield. But I don't know what to expect with this team. Tedesco is the manager. I think he's pretty good. And Belgium are on a long unbeaten streak. They actually haven't been beaten since the World Cup. So maybe a team to keep an eye out for, as maybe people aren't rating them as highly as before. And I've seen everyone put them first though. I actually think they'll finish second here because there is a team that goes by the name of Ukraine that I think will top this group. And this is another hot take because Ukraine are an up and down team. You never quite know what you're going to get from them. But recently, a draw with Germany in a friendly, they did, however, lose to Poland, which kind of made me crush my confidence a little bit. But they were rotating players there, of course. Dovbyk, top goal scorer in La Liga, up front. They have a man to aim for in the box. They have a fox in the box. They've got Zinchenko. They have got Ilya Zabani, who's had a great season at Bournemouth. They've got Mykhailo Mudryk, who has talent. And then the man I want to talk about, the man who I think could have an incredible tournament and could be sold for 50 million after this. From Shakhtar Donetsk, 21-year-old centre mid Georgi Sudakov. This guy is very, very good. He controls the tempo of games. He gets in there. gets assists. His numbers aren't bad for Shakhtar. And every single time I've watched him play, I'm like, this guy is special. And I feel like if they give the ball to him a lot, I think he could be a danger man for Ukraine. And I think Ukraine could shock Belgium. I think Belgium could maybe get a draw against Romania, could hold them back. I think Ukraine will top this group. And I think Belgium will finish second. Romania, Slovakia. I've gone with Romania in third just because I think Slovakia, even though I think they've got a good team, Lobotka, Haraslin, David Hansko, it's a good team, but I don't think the manager's really at it. Obviously, the manager is the same as the Napoli manager, obviously. It's Francesco Calzona. The manager is Francesco Calzona, who's managing Napoli, so is his focus really on Slovakia? I don't know. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how he does. And Romania, they have something that no other team in this group has, and that is an incredible defence. These guys just went 2 friendlies in a row. They played Bulgaria and Liechtenstein. 2 terrible teams, 2 0-0 draws. Their defence is rock solid. They beat Switzerland in qualifying 1-0 at home. And that back line is so stingy. Radu Dragashin is an absolute baller. And they will just not make it easy for anyone. They will park the bus, they will sit back, and they will play ugly football, but it could work. And then they could get free kick edge of the box. And we know what my man Nicolae Stanciu can do. He'll step up and bend it top right corner, and Romania will get a 1-0 win. That is how I see them playing. And I feel like they didn't make the last Euros, but the one before that, they got 0 points. They didn't do very well. Well, no, they got 1 point actually. They drew Switzerland. But they came bottom of the group. It wasn't very good. But now I think they've learned from it. I think the country of Romania, they're back on it, and I think they're going to be something better than last time. And I think they'll finish third, and I think they will get out of the group. And then Group F, Czech Republic's group, Portugal, Czech Republic, Turkey, and Georgia. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy because I think, number one, I think it's the weakest group in the tournament on paper. But we're in it, so we should be lucky here, right? Czech Republic, we should be very happy with the draw. I'm really excited to see how this group goes. I think Portugal should without a doubt top this group, and they should without a doubt be getting 9 points. If Roberto Martinez and Portugal don't finish top of the group, serious questions need to be asked, because I'm telling you, as a Czech fan, we're not good. Turkey's not good. Georgia's not good. That's the level that we're getting at. Portugal have to be top in this group with 9 points and progressing to the round of 16. If not, serious questions need to be asked, and maybe that they're not actually on to win this tournament. We'll see where I have them in the knockout stage predictions. I think they'll top this group. Yeah, that's done. Czech Republic, Turkey, Georgia. Now, I think Georgia will finish 4th. Now, I really want to see Georgia do well. I like this team. I like Vicha Kvaratskhelia. I like Mikhail Tadze. I think he's a very good number 9. Mamardashvili in goal. It's a very solid team. But I'm not sure what to expect. I really don't know. They play Montenegro tonight in a friendly. So I'm going to analyse them. I'm going to look at them. See how... It really wasn't convincing. I mean, they didn't create any chances, really. There was no chance creation. And Greece were the better team for the majority of the game, right? In the games before. Losses to Spain, that's fine. Draws with Scotland, that's not great. That's not what you want to be doing, right? Before that, losses to Norway. I don't know what to expect with this team. I think they have a main man. Again, they have 2 main men, Kvaratskhelia and Mikhail Tadze. 2 main men up front. They have to be giving the ball to them and just hoping they can do magic. Mamardashvili in goal is going to save them a few goals. We'll see how they do. And I don't think they end 0. I think they'll draw Turkey. And I think they'll come 4th. Turkey will finish 3rd. I think these guys are frauds. Personally. I could get so much hate for this, but these men are fraudulent. No wins in their last 4 games, and in those last 4 games, you know how many goals they scored? 2. Guess what those 2 were? Both penalties. I do not think this team is very good. Think about what happened last time. Dark horses, everyone was calling them. Dark horses. What happened to them? They finished 4th in the group with 0 points, scoring just 1 goal and being the worst team at the tournament. This team cannot deal with hype. Otherwise, they internally crumble. And Turkish fans are expecting quarterfinals here, semi-finals here. That's not going to happen, right? They're playing basically at home as well, in Germany. And it hasn't been good recently. I mean, 6-1 to Austria is really, really bad. They played today against Poland. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see how good they actually are. But from what I have seen so far, I cannot rate these guys. And I think they'll finish 3rd. And I don't think they make it out of the group. Which leaves us, Czech Republic, finishing 2nd. And I can say I'm nervous. I have to tell you I'm nervous because, I mean, we did just come off a crazy 7-1 victory against Malta. Like, I'm sorry, but we're playing... before that, we played Armenia. You know, like, we're playing teams below our level. I don't know why. I don't know if it's to get our confidence up. We need to be playing against proper teams to get used to playing this. How are we going to play against Portugal? We can't play like we played against Malta, against Portugal. We'll get smoked. We've got North Macedonia on Monday night. It's going to be an exciting game. I want to see what Hasek does with the team. I think if we start the right players, we'll be fine. Solchik is the key in the middle. Patrick Schick up front, the baller. Krejci at the back. I like him. I love him, actually. I hope he does well. The fullbacks, Sofal, and left back, maybe Jurasek. I would personally play Lodjera still, but yeah. Sadilek is injured. Mikhail Sadilek is out of the Euro, so I don't know who's going to play in that second centre mid role. Barak